the expectations or the objectives, no? 1, model real-life situations using quadratic functions. So, about quadratic functions tayo. And 2, represent quadratic functions using tables or table of values, graphs, and equations. And identify... yes. Yes, Lopez. Ano yun? Ano yun, Lopez?
Wala po sir, na on mic lang.
Okay. Sige. And once again, no, last but not the least, number 3, identify whether the given table of values, graphs, or equations represent quadratic functions. So, ayun. So, it's all about quadratic function class. Okay? Now, let's have a review. From your previous lesson, you have learned about the first degree function, which is linear function. It can be, ang sinasabi niyang previous lesson, kung kayo ay grade 8, no? It can be written in the form of y is equals to mx plus b. The graph of a linear function is a straight line. It can be represented using a table of values, ordered pairs, graphs, equations, and a diagram. Your knowledge about these things will be helpful in discussing the next type of function. So sa function, dalawa na, no, yung variables na involved. So we have the very well-known x and then y. Okay? So let's have lesson number 1. Modeling real-life situations using quadratic functions. Let's define what is a quadratic function. Yung f, tapos may parenthesis, open parenthesis x, close parenthesis, ang basa dyan ay f of x. Okay? Ito. Nakikita niyo ba class yung tinuturo ng arrow? Nung point, ayan. Ang basa po dito ay f of x. Okay, malinaw? So ito yung yung form ng ating quadratic function. Y is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, or f of x is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. Class, yung f of x na yan din yung y. Okay? Yan din po yung y. So ibig sabihin, f of x is equals to y, or y is equals to f of x. Same lang yon. Okay? They are the same, the y and the f of x. Okay? Malinaw? So function of x yun eh. Function of x equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. No? Function with respect to x. Okay? So yan yung f of x po natin. A, B, C are real numbers, and a should not be equal to 0, because if a is equal to 0, then the function is not a quadratic, or the polynomial in the function is not a quadratic. Malinaw? Ayan. So yun lang yung tatandaan class, ha? And the following examples show how real-life situations can be modeled using quadratic functions. May dito nakalabas na, no? Huwag nyo napansinin muna. Let's have example number 1. Ang kailangan lang naman natin gawin ay represent the area of the rectangle using a quadratic function. So gagawa tayo ng quadratic function. Okay? So madali lang yung representation kasi nakalagay na dito mismo sa ating problem. Ang sabi, the length of a rectangle is x plus 6 centimeters and its width and x is x plus 4 centimeters. Now, as you can see class, no, aside doon sa dalawang missing natin or unknown natin, we have the length and then the width. Wala din or unknown din yung area, right? Unknown din yung area. So, pag nag-represent tayo, ayan, so the area of A is the product of its length times width. So, napansin nyo dito, hindi tayo gumamit ng no? Ng RESA method. So, gumamit lang tayo ng analysis. Nag-analyze lang tayo dito. So, the area of rectangle is length times width. So, we have A is equals to length times width. And substitute lang natin dyan yung given sa problem. We have, ayan, by substitution, we have A is equal to, A is the area, A is equals to, length is x plus 6, and then width is x plus 4. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng A is equals to x plus 6 times x plus 4, or isolve nyo na, isimplify nyo na using the FOIL method, and the result will be x squared plus 10x plus 24. So the quantity of x plus 6 times the quantity of x plus 4, the result is x squared plus 10x plus 24. So using the FOIL method, multiply the first terms, and then multiply the outer terms, multiply the inner terms, and then last but not the least, the last terms. And then after that, simplify the resulting expression, no? Combining like terms, and we will arrive with the same result, which is x squared plus 10x plus 24. Okay? Next, notice the area of the rectangle is a function of its dimension. The function of its dimension. So when you say dimension, ito yung length tsaka yung width. Okay? So ibig sabihin, yung A pwede nating palitan yan ng f of x or y. Malinaw? Thus, the area of the rectangle can be represented using the quadratic function. F of x equals to x squared plus 10x plus 24. Okay? Or pwede rin, y is equals to x squared plus 10x plus 24. Okay? Instead ng f of x, pwedeng gamitin nyo rin yung y. Let's proceed to the next example. The sum of two numbers is 20 and their product is maximum. Represent the product using a quadratic function. Okay. So napansin nyo class, no? Nawawala yung product pero given yung sum. Tama? Ngayon gagawa tayo, kasi pwede rin gamitin dito yung RESA method, but this time kasi ginamit ko yung sa module, no, kung paano sinolve yung mga problems na ito. No, paano na-represent, no, using quadratic function yung bawat problems. So ginamit ko na sa module. Pero pwede nyo pa rin i-apply dito yung RESA method if you want. Okay? So we have two numbers and then when you add them, the result is 20. So alam natin kung paano i-represent yan, right? So let x be the first number, laging ganun. And then the second number, i-minus na natin yung first number doon sa ating sum. So magiging 20 minus x, right? So 20 minus x, that will be the second number. Okay? So if the first number is x, then the second number is 20 minus x since their sum is 20. So may explanation pa nakalagay. Alright. And then, the product is equal to x times 20, x times the quantity of 20 minus x. Okay, so ayan na, pinagsama na natin. So, ayan. So in symbols, we have p is equals to x times the quantity of 20 minus x. Alright? Okay po. Ngayon, yung p, alam nyo na yung gagawin, no? So yung p natin, the product, ay function with respect to the variable x, no? So yung p, pwede nating palitan yun ng y, o kaya naman pwede nating palitan ng f of x. Ayan. Pero bago yun, simplify nyo pala muna, no? Simplify muna, distribute x to the terms inside the parentheses. So x times 20 will become 20x. And then x times negative x equals to negative x squared. So pwede ko anong gusto nyo unahin. Pwede nyo unahin yung pagpalit ng f of x o kaya y bago kayo mag-simplify. Pwede rin naman. So therefore, the product can be represented by p of x. Ayan, p of x is equals to negative x squared plus 20x. So pwedeng p of x, pwedeng f of x class, ha? Okay, huwag kayo mali dito. Sir, bakit ganun? P kasi for product. Pero okay lang class kahit f of x gamitin nyo, walang problema. F of x o kaya y. Malinaw? So, ang final answer natin, p of x equals to 20x minus x squared or p of x equals to negative x squared plus 20x. Okay? Kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, pwedeng p of x, pwedeng f of x, pero sinadjust nito sa may problem natin kung ano yung hinahanap, ano po, product. So, pwede rin, p of x. Okay? By the way, class, may tanong kayo? Class, do you have any question? None po? Are you sure? So, once again, pwedeng f of x, pero pwede nyo rin gamitin kung ano yung variable na ibinigay dito. Oo nga pala, no? Yes. Naglagay sila dito, no? Represent the product. Ayan. Tapos, close and open parenthesis P, no? Ayun. Kaya pala P yung ginamit dito. Ayan. So, please be mindful na lang. Huwag nyo na akong tularan. Sorry. Pero pwede pa rin, f of x, ilalagay nyo instead of p of x. Okay? Doesn't matter. Okay, no? Kung wala na kayong tanong, let's have example number 3. Okay, anyone who wants to read example number 3? From the class? Lorenzana ulit? Okay, sige. Go, Lorenzana.
Example number 3. The difference of two numbers is 15. Represent the sum of their squares using a quadratic function.
Okay, thank you. So the difference of two numbers is 15. Represent the sum of their squares using a quadratic function. So ibig sabihin, pag pinag-minus mo daw yung dalawang numbers, ang sagot ay 15. So mag-represent na tayo. Let x be the larger number. Okay, bakit larger number? Kasi positive 15 yon, tama ba? Ibig sabihin, yung minuend natin ay mas malaki kaysa sa subtrahend. Tama? Kasi positive 15 yung sagot eh. Ibig sabihin, mas malaki yung minuend kaysa sa subtrahend. Ngayon, yung larger number natin, yun yung minuend. Okay? So, ano yung smaller number? Paano natin na-represent yung smaller number? Anong gagawin natin? Ano ang gagawin natin para ma-represent natin yung smaller number? Halimbawa, class, 5 minus 2 equals 3. Ang minuend doon ay yung 5. Ang subtrahend doon ay yung 2. At ang difference doon, which is the result, no, yung 3. Ngayon, kung nawawala si subtrahend, which is the smaller number, given yung bigger or larger number na 5, ang given lang si 5, tapos yung difference na 3. 5 minus blank equals 3. So, ano gagawin para makuha yung subtrahend? Eh di i-minus mo yung difference doon sa minuend. Tama? 5 na minuend, 5. I-minus mo doon sa difference, which is 3. 5 minus 3, the result is 2, which is the subtrahend. Ibig sabihin, dito, ang difference natin ay 15, i-minus lang natin yan sa larger number natin, which is x. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x minus 15. Okay? So, if the larger number is x, then the other number is x minus 15, since their difference is 15. Okay? Class, may tanong ba kayo regarding sa representation natin? Malinaw naman? Okay, sige. Let's continue. Alright, so sabi, the sum of their squares when represented. Ayun. So bago yon, ito muna tayo. X, ito chinek lang, x minus the quantity of x minus 15 is equals to 15. So tama tayo. Tama yung representation natin. Now, the two numbers are x and x minus 15. The larger number is x, and the smaller number is x minus 15. Okay? Now, another condition, ang sabi, the sum of their squares when represented will be, ayan, so ang gagawin nyo lang, i-square nyo lang yung bawat number, no? I-square nyo yung larger number plus the square of the smaller number equals to the sum. So, nawawala yung sum. So, yun yung magiging function natin. So, ibig sabihin, sir, nagkakaroon tayo ng function kapag dalawang variables ang nawawala. Yes, kapag dalawang variables ang nawawala. So, magkakaroon na tayo ng function nun. Kagaya ngayon, we have the variable x. Okay, nire-represent natin yung variable x. Involve yung variable x natin doon sa dalawang numbers na nawawala. Tama? Tapos sa may sum, nawawala din yun. So, ibig sabihin, gagamit ulit tayo ng another variable to represent it. Tama? So, kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng dalawang variables. Kaya, papasok si quadratic function. Kaya siya nagiging quadratic function plus. Okay? Kasi we're dealing with the two variables. Okay? So, ganun gagawin natin. Yan, in-square natin yung bawat numbers. Yung larger number natin, which is x, in-squared lang natin. And then yung smaller number natin, x minus 15, in-squared lang din natin. Kasi nga sabi, the sum of their squares. Ayan. And then sa pagitan ng dalawang squares, ay meron tayong plus. Kasi nga, sum. Okay? Ayan. Since we do not know, no, kung ano yung sum nila, then magre-represent tayo ng function. Pero kung titingnan nyo, sinimplify muna, no, which is equal to, pwede naman, isimplify nyo na muna bago nyo ilagay yung f of x or y, o kaya naman kung anong gusto nyo gamitin. Since ito ay sum, pwedeng s of x. Ayan. So, kayong bahala. Okay? So, ulitin ko pwede kayong gumamit ng f of x o kaya y, o kaya naman, dahil sum to, so pwede kayong gumamit ng s of x. Ayan. Alright. Sinimplify lang, ano ang x squared? Di x squared pa din. Tapos we have the x minus 15, no? Squared. Gamit tayo ng shortcut, no? Kapag square binomial, square mo lang yung first term ng binomial, that will be x squared. And then sunod na term, ang gagawin lang natin, i-multiply lang natin yung exponent 2 doon sa terms inside the parentheses. 2 times negative 15, that will be negative 30. And negative 30 times x, that's negative 30x. Kaya yung second term natin sa ating trinomial ay negative 30x. And then sa last term ng ating trinomial, para makuha, square lang natin class yung last term o second term ng ating binomial. That's negative 15 squared. Ayan, negative 15 squared. And that will be 225. Okay, share ko lang sa inyo class yung shortcut. Alam nyo ba yung shortcut? Sino nakakaalam ng shortcut para ma-solve yung square ng numbers or two-digit numbers na nagtatapos sa 5? May nakakaalam ba sa klase? Halimbawa, 15 squared. Ang sagot ay 225. Ang 25 squared ay 625. Yung shortcut para mabilis agad makuha yung sagot. Na may nakakaalam ba sa klase? Wala? Okay, check na lang natin. Mabilisan lang. Ano ang 45 squared? Without using calculator? Without using pen and paper? Oral lang. Ano ang 45 squared? May kausap pa ba ako? Class, narinig ba ako? 9 lazulite? Narinig ba ako 9 lazulite? Opo. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, ang ibig sabihin lang ba, hindi nyo lang alam yung sagot? Okay, sige. Yung shortcut ganito. Ang gagawin lang, kapag hinahanap yung square ng isang number, two-digit number, nagtatapos sa 5, ang gagawin nyo lang, yung last digit na 5, square nyo yun. Ang 5 squared ay 25, tama? Okay, yun yung second digit, di ba? Tapos ang first digit, ang gagawin nyo lang, i-times nyo yun, kung ano yung kasunod niya. Halimbawa, 25, diba 25? Ang last digit ng 25 ay 5. So, 5 squared, that would be 25. Sunod, yung first digit ay 2. Ano ang kasunod ng 2? 3, tama? So, 2 times 3, 6. Pagsamahin nyo, 6 saka 25, so 625. Ganun. Another example, 35. Ang last digit ay 5. So 5 squared, that will be 25. And then yung first digit natin ay 3. Anong kasunod ng 3? 4. 3 times 4, 12. Pagsamahin nyo, 12, 25. So 1,225. Okay? Try natin. Ano ang square ng 45? Ano ang 45 squared? Type your answer. Somewhere 2,000 po. Alright, very good. Somewhere 2,000 plus. 2,025. Ayan. So nakuha nyo na, no? Mabilisan lang, no? Ang square ng 5 ay 25, and then ang kasunod ng 4 ay 5. So 4 times 5, 20. Pagsamahin, 20 and then 25. So 2,025. Isa pa nga. Paano naman yung 85 squared? Last one. 85 squared. Sabihin nyo na agad yung saktong sagot. Ano ang 85 squared?
8,125 po ba, sir?
Huh? 8,000 ba? Sabi ni, sino yun? Ang late kasi nung nasa laptop ko, hindi ko makita. Dito sabi ni Maneha, 6,425. Yeah. Hindi mo i-multiply yung 8 sa kasunod niya. Di ba, i-square natin yung 5. That will be 25. Tapos ang first digit natin ay 8. Ano kasunod ng 8? 9. So 8 times 9, 72. So 72 tsaka 25 pagsamahin nyo. 72, 25. So 7,225. Yes, Nicholas. Ganun lang. O, last one. Pag nakuha nyo yung tamang sagot, proceed na tayo sa ating lesson. Yung 65 squared. Ano ang 65 squared? Ano ang 65 squared? Parang medyo natatagalan na.
Sir,
Go. Sino yan? Lorenza?
4,225 po ba, sir?
Yes, very good. Tama. Tama rin si Nicolas and Maneha. 4,225. Okay, sana nalaman nyo na, no? Yung kung paano kunin ng mabilisan yung squared ng 2-digit numbers na nagtatapos sa 5. Okay? Ayun lang. Okay, ngayon balik tayo sa ating PowerPoint presentation. So, kagaya nun, na-simplify na natin. So, we have the x, yung simplest form ng x minus 5 squared ay x squared minus 30x plus 225. Tapos combine like terms tayo. We have 2x squared dito, no? Meron tayong dalawang x squared dito. So x squared plus x squared, that will be 2x squared. So we will have 2x squared minus 30x plus 225. So ngayon, ito na yung sum, no? Ito na yung sum. Nung pinag-add na natin yung dalawang two unknown numbers. Okay, gamit yung representation natin. Ngayon, equal natin to sa another variable or sa function. Okay? Sa function ng f of x. Or sa function ng x pala. Sorry, sa function ng x. Okay? So dito, sum, no? So pwede nyo gamitin yung s of x. Pwede yun. Capital S of x. Ayan, equal to 2x squared minus 30x plus 225. O kaya pwede yun ang gamitin dito rin yung f of x. Ayan. Kumbaga, ang general ay f of x. Specific, nakabase kayo doon sa keyword na nandun sa problem. Ang keyword natin ay sum. No? Sum. Kasi yun eh. Represent the sum of their squares. No? Represent the sum of their squares using quadratic function. So ang keyword natin ay sum. So pwede nyo gamitin yung capital S for sum, no? Capital S of x equals to 2x squared minus 30x plus 225. Okay naman, pwede nyo gamitin yung general form na f of x. Okay? So that will be the function. F of x equals to 2x squared minus 30x plus 225. Okay? Kanina, yung mismong problem ang nirepresent natin gamit yung quadratic function. Ngayon naman, i-represent natin yung quadratic function sa equation, using an equation, using table of values, and using graph. Okay? So yung mismong quadratic function naman, ang i-represent natin sa ibang concept. Okay po? Now, represent quadratic functions using an equation. Okay, gamit yung equation. Pakibasa ang haba. Anyone from the class who wants to read? Any other people po? Other persons? Other students? Okay, that's Peralta.
Yung sir, yung represent quadratic function using an equation po.
Yes po.
A quadratic function may be represented using an equation in the form of y is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, or
F of x.
f of x is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not equals to 0. The highest power of the independent variable x is 2. Thus, quadratic function is in the second degree.
Okay, thank you, Peralta. So yung class, no? Yung tinutukoy na equation ay yung mismong y is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, or yung f of x equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. Yun yung equation na tinutukoy. Okay po? Ibig sabihin, nagre-represent tayo ng quadratic equation gamit yung equation. Nagre-represent tayo ng quadratic function gamit ang equations. Ito yon. Ito yung equation class. Yan yung form niya. Okay, ngayon, sinabi dito, the highest power of the independent variable is x. The independent variable x is 2. Ito yung degree natin, no? The degree is 2. Para masabi natin quadratic function, kailangan the highest exponent of the variable x or the independent variable x is 2, must be 2 para masabi natin naka-degree 2, so quadratic. Ngayon, sir, bakit sinabi dito yung word na independent variable? Bakit sinabi independent variable? Kasi yung x natin, pwedeng kaya niyang mag-isa. Okay? Kasi kung may independent variable tayo, ibig sabihin sir, meron tayong dependent variable. Yes. Ang dependent variable dito ay yung f of x o yung y. Malinaw? Ang dependent variable natin dito ay yung y, dependent variable y or yung f of x natin. Bakit? Kasi nakadepende sila or umaasa sila sa value ng x. Kailangan mahanap yung value ng x para mahanap yung value ng y, the dependent variable. Okay? Kaya may independent saka dependent. And I'm hoping na nagets nyo yun. So thus the quadratic function is in the second degree. Okay? And now the following are examples of quadratic functions. Ayan. We have y is equals to x squared plus 3x plus 4. And dependent variable x and then the dependent variable y. Ayan. The degree is second. The values of a, b, and c, we have the value of a is 1. Ayan. Laging tatandaan, yung values ng a, b, and c, na-discuss na natin to before, nung nag-solve tayo ng quadratic functions. Quadratic equations rather. And then discriminants. Ayan. Ang values ng a, b, and c, no, they are the numerical coefficients, okay, of the terms. Yung a, that's the numerical coefficient of the quadratic term. B is the numerical coefficient in the linear term. And C is the constant term. Okay? Sige. Now let's proceed to the second example. We have f of x equals to 5 minus 3x squared. Okay, so the degree is 2 or second. And then the value of a, it is the numerical coefficient in the quadratic term. We have negative 3x squared, so negative 3 ang value ng a. And then since linear term is absent, wala yung linear term, therefore b is equal to 0. And then c is the constant term, yung walang variable na katabi, so we have 5. That's why c is equals to 5. Also, we have example 3. Y is equals to the quantity of x plus 1 times the quantity of x minus 5. So, kailangan mo nang i-simplify ito. Ayan. So, if you simplify this using the fold method, we will have y is equals to x squared minus 4x minus 5. Okay, when we multiply. The result is in second degree. Ayan, naka-second degree din. And then as you can see, no, the value of a, which is the numerical coefficient in the quadratic term is 1. And then the value of b is the numerical coefficient in the linear term, which is negative 4. Kaya b is equals to negative 4. And then c is the constant term, we have negative 5. Therefore, the given expression is a quadratic function. Okay? Class, any questions so far regarding represent quadratic functions using an equation? May tanong kayo so far? Hello? Nazarite? May tanong ba kayo? Wala na po. Okay, sige. Let's continue. Let's be following are not examples of quadratic function. Ito naman yung hindi example, no, ng quadratic functions. Ito, y is equals to 5x minus 7. Hindi na ako magtatawag, no? Sabihin ko na lang diretso. Ang y is equals to 5x minus 7, tingnan nyo. Ang highest exponent ng terms dito ay 1. Kaya naka-degree 1 lang to. Kaya hindi to quadratic function. Kundi, linear function. Okay? Ayan o. Not a quadratic function because it is in the first degree. Sunod. Number 2. F of x equals to 3x squared minus x cubed plus 6x. So the highest exponent here is 3. So hindi ito quadratic kasi naka third degree. No? Ayan. Not a quadratic function because it is in the third degree. Next, number 3, we have 2x times the quantity of x minus 4 minus 2x squared plus 4. Okay. So pag sinimplify nyo to, ayan, magkakaroon lang kayo ng y is equals to negative 8x plus 1 when simplified. Thus, the given expression is not a quadratic function because it is in the first degree. Okay, dito pa lang kitang-kita na. 2x times x, that will be 2x squared. So 2x squared minus 2x squared, that will be 0. So mawawala na kaagad yung term na may x na ang exponent ay 2. Mawawala na agad doon. So ang matitira na lang ay x na may exponent na 1. Kaya ito ay linear. Naka-first degree. Linear function po ito. Okay? That's it. So alam niyo na rin kung paano malaman kung quadratic function ba o hindi. Ngayon naman, represent quadratic functions using table of values. Gamit naman yung table of values class. Okay? Please read. Anyone po from the class who wants to read? Example number 1. Okay, sige, let's have Nicholas.
Example number 1. The table below represents the table of values for the quadratic function y equals x squared plus 2x plus 1. Observe the differences between the two adjacent x values and the differences between the two adjacent y values.
Okay, thank you. So pag sinabi natin between the two adjacent x values, ang ibig sabihin ng class ay magkakatabing x values sa y values doon sa table of values natin. Okay? Ayan. Halimbawa, ang table of values natin, class, ito. Ang values of x natin ay nasa taas. Sir, paano nakuha ito? Naglet lang tayo no, ng value ng x. Tapos sinubstitute natin yon doon sa ating function, quadratic function. Okay? Sinubstitute lang natin yan. Okay? Yung x, ito, inisip lang natin to. Inisip lang to. Okay? From 0 to the right, 1, 2, 3. And then from 0 to the left, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Okay? Kadalasan, kapag hindi given yung value ng x at kailangan mo yung values ng y, no, para makagawa ng table of values, una nyo nga hanapin or una nyo i-assume yung values of x. Malinaw po? Unang i-assume po yung values ng x, ha? Okay. So, na-assume na natin yung values ng x, no? Na 0 to the right, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3 to the left. Okay? Okay naman, negative 3 to positive 3. Yan, pwede naman yun. Ngayon, kapag ito, sinubstitute yung class yung values ng x doon sa quadratic function natin. Kapag ang x nyo ay negative 3, automatic kapag sinub-sunod nyo yan, ang y nyo 4. Kapag naman negative 2 yung x ninyo, sinubstitute nyo dito sa ating quadratic function, ang magiging value ng y ay positive 1. Okay? Kapag negative 1 naman yung x mo, sinubstitute mo dun sa quadratic function, ang magiging y naman ay 0. Malinaw? And so on and so forth. So, ang mahalaga, class, ngayon, aalamin natin kung ang isang, kasi ito, alam natin na quadratic function agad, alam natin na quadratic function to. Bakit? Kasi gumamit tayo dun sa problem ng quadratic function na y is equals to x squared plus 2x plus 1, quadratic function. So, alam na agad natin na ito ay quadratic function. Ngayon, paano kapag hindi given yung quadratic function? Ang given lang ay table of values. At kailangan natin alamin kung ito ba ay quadratic function or not. Ang gagawin nyo, class, para malaman, ima-minus nyo lang, class, yung magkakatabing values ng x tsaka magkakatabing values ng y. Sa values ng x, class, kailangan, kapag minus mo, sa unang difference pa lang, kailangan magkakapareho na. Nakita nyo, class? Ito yung x. Nung minus natin, negative 3 minus negative 2, ang sagot ay, pabaliktad pala. Negative 2 minus negative 3, ang sagot ay positive 1. Okay? Sunod. Negative 1. Negative 1 minus negative 2, ang sagot ay positive 1. Okay? 0 minus negative 1, 1. Malinaw? Okay. 1 minus 0, 1 pa din. Ayan. So nakita nyo yung unang pagmaminus natin, automatic, pare-pareho yung difference nila. Yung differences nila. Difference. Okay, differences nila. Pare-pareho. Pareho-parehong 1 yung difference. Ngayon, doon naman tayo sa value ng y. Kapag minus nyo yung adjacent values of y, okay? Pag minus nyo yan, 4 minus 1 ay, yes, baliktad. 1 minus 4, negative 3. 0 minus 1, negative 1. 1 minus 0, 1. 4 minus 1, 3. Ang bottom line dito, kailangan pag minus nyo, class, yung values ng y, sa unang differences, ayan na, first differences in y, ayan, hindi dapat magkakapareho. Eh sir, paano kapag naging magkakapareho yan? Sa first differences pa lang ng y. Automatic, class, hindi yan quadratic function. Malinaw? Kailangan sa unang differences ng y, nung pinag-minus mo yung values ng y mo, okay, yung magkakatabi, minus mo tapos hindi magkakapareho yung values, yung differences. Automatic yan ay, ano ba? Basta kailangan hindi yung first differences ng y natin, kailangan hindi maging magkakapareho, yun lang. Pag naging magkakapareho yan, automatic hindi na yan quadratic function. Okay? Eh sir, kailan mo nalaman? Sa second differences. Kailangan, sa second differences, doon sila mag-equal. Okay? Kailangan, pagdating sa second differences ng y, doon sila mag-equal. Tingnan nyo. Ito yung first difference natin, di ba? First differences in y values. Ayan, negative 3, negative 1, 1, 1. Ayan. Ngayon, ito naman yung minus natin. Para makuha natin yung second differences in y. Okay? So, negative 1 minus negative 3, ang sagot ay positive 2. 1 minus negative 1, ang sagot ay 2. 3 minus 1, ang sagot ay 2. 5 minus 3, ang sagot ay 2. 7 minus 5, ang sagot ay 2. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kailangan, sa second differences or sa second difference ng y values, kailangan dun sila mag-equal. Okay? Eh sir, paano kapag hindi sila nag-equal dun sa second differences ng y? Automatic, hindi na po yung quadratic function. Basta kailangan sa second differences sila mag-equal. Malinaw ba? 9 Lazulite? Malinaw po? Any questions so far? Okay. So wala naman na sigurong tanong, no? Then we will continue. Ayan. Another example, ito. Yung y is equals to 2x squared minus 4, ang kanyang table of values ay ganito. Okay, so napansin nyo din, ang pagdating sa may first differences ng x, equal, no? Equal lahat, pare-parehong 1. Pagdating sa first differences ng y, as you can see, no? Not equal yung differences sa first differences. Pagdating sa second differences, doon nag-equal to 4. Lahat ng differences ng sa ating y values. So, mag-equal na sila pagdating sa second differences. Ibig sabihin, etong table of values na to ay nagre-represent sa isang quadratic function. Malinaw? Ganun lang. Ayan. Okay. Now, class, determine whether the given table of values below represent a quadratic function or not. Eto. Quadratic function class or not? Pakitype yung sagot sa inyong comment section, sa ating comment section. Nine Lazulite, paki-type yung sagot sa ating comment section. Ito bang table of values na nakikita nyo sa screen ay quadratic function or not? Pakitype yung sagot sa ating comment section. Lazulite, dyan pa ba kayo? O wala na kayo dyan? Okay, Lorenzana, Nadong, not po. Yes, very good. Hindi na, yes, you. Peralta, yes, hindi na po. Hindi po ito quadratic function o hindi po itong table of values na ito not representing a quadratic function because as you can see, yes, values ng x natin, yung differences, sa first differences, automatic 1, pare-pareho equal to 1. Pero pagdating dito sa ating y values, yung first differences ay nag-equal agad. Dapat hindi yan mag-equal muna. Dapat pagdating sa second differences, saka mag-equal para masabi natin quadratic function. And since sa first differences ng y natin ay nag-equal agad to 4, ibig sabihin, this is not a representation of a quadratic function. Okay? Ayan. So, continue tayo. Ayan, not represent a quadratic function. Okay? Tama yung sagot nyo. Now, this time, class, okay, tapos na tayo doon sa equation. Nagre-represent ng quadratic function using equation at nagre-represent ng quadratic function using table of values. Ngayon naman, magre-represent tayo ng quadratic functions using graph. Ano ba ang itsura ng quadratic function kapag rinaph siya? So, makinig na mabuti ha. May conditions dito eh. The graph of a quadratic function is called parabola. Okay? That opens upward or downward. So, kailan ito mag-open upward? Kailan mag-open downward? Makinig na mabuti. Pwede nyo rin basahin. If the value of a greater than 0, kung ang a ay greater than 0, ibig sabihin positive yung a nyo, yung numerical coefficient in the quadratic term, kapag positive yan, wait for a while. Okay. Kapag ang numerical coefficient ng quadratic term ninyo ay positive, ang parabola ay opens upward. So ganito. Ano yung itsura ng parabola? Payu, no? Okay, payu. Yun ang parabola. Opens upward. If the value of a, the numerical coefficient of the quadratic term is negative, less than 0, the parabola naman opens downward. Okay? Example number 1 tayo. Ayan, opens upward. Ayan, class, ganyan ang itsura ng parabola, no? Payu. Opens upward. So, opens upward. So, ibig sabihin, itong graph na to represent a quadratic function. Malinaw? Wherein, the numerical coefficient of the quadratic term of or the value of a is greater than 0 or positive. Okay? Ayan. So, example 1 is the graph of the quadratic function f of x equal to x squared plus 3. The value of a is 1. Hence, the parabola opens upward. Malinaw? Opens upward. Kasi yung a natin ay positive. Opens upward. Okay? Kaya parabola. Kaya quadratic function. Sunod, ito naman, opens downward naman. Opens downward. So, it is a quadratic function. Y is equals to negative 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. Nakita nyo class yung numerical coefficient ng ating quadratic term? Negative 4. That's the value of a, negative 4. That's why opens downward. The parabola is opens downward. So, kapag ganito class yung graph ninyo, opens upward or downward, yan ay quadratic function. Pag iba na, automatic hindi na yung quadratic function. Basta kailangan, tatandaan mabuti, ang quadratic function ay opens downward at opens upward lang. Kapag ibang shape na, hindi na siya quadratic function. Ayan. So the following graphs do not represent quadratic functions. Ito yung mga graphs na to, ito yung hindi nag-represent. Examples na to ng mga hindi nag-represent. Circle. So kagaya na sinabi ko, kailangan opens upward, opens downward lang. Ito, opens to the left. Okay, not a quadratic function. Kasi kailangan, ang quadratic function natin ay opens upward lang, tsaka downward. Okay? So this one is not a quadratic function. And then straight line. Hindi rin to quadratic function. Okay? Straight line.